Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we unpack complex ideas and find the most important nuggets of knowledge from the sources you share with us. Today, we're embarking on a journey into some really ancient wisdom, exploring a text that offers, well, a profound guide to living skillfully. Our mission for this deep dive is to understand what it truly means to rightly wander in the world, as described in this remarkable source.
That's right. And our source material for this is an excerpt from the Sammāparibbājaniyasutta. It's a really significant discourse from the Pali Canon.
Okay, the Pali Canon.
Yeah, for those maybe less familiar, it's the standard collection of scriptures in Theravada Buddhism. It contains the teachings of the Buddha, the Blessed One, or Bhagava.
Got it.
And this specific text, well, it presents a direct answer to a fundamental question someone posed to him.
So what is that central question? What kind of wisdom are we looking at here?
Okay, so the core inquiry, it's in verse 359, is posed to the Blessed One, described as a sage of vast wisdom, gone to the other shore, extinguished, stable. Quite the description.
Well, yeah.
And the question is, how does a bhikkhu that's a monk or a renunciant, someone who's, left home life, renounce sensual pleasures, how does that person rightly wander in the world?
Rightly wander.
Exactly. And the following verses give Bhagava's remarkably detailed response.
That's quite the challenge, rightly wandering. Okay, let's unpack this. Maybe start with the foundation, how this wisdom guides us to sort of master our inner world, let go of what holds us back.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here is the emphasis on getting that internal freedom sorted out first. The text suggests the individual should be entirely free from external signs, good fortune, bad fortune.
Okay.
It advises being without omens, dreams, or signs, and completely free from any faults tied to those things. The insight there is pretty profound, I think. It's about building this deep self-reliance, letting go of superstition, external validation. You're not relying on chance or what's happening outside to dictate your inner state.
So a real rejection of external clues, pushing us inward. And it goes even deeper. You mentioned renouncing sensual passions.
Exactly. The text instructs the bhikkhu to subdue passion. The Pali term is rago vinayatha, the specific kind of desire for all sorts of sensual pleasures, even ones described as divine.
Even divine ones.
Yeah. And it goes further, mentioning transcending existence itself by having understood the Dhamma.
The Dhamma being the truth, the teaching.
Precisely. The Buddha's teaching the natural law. This instruction speaks to a really profound detachment, realizing that, true liberation isn't found in grasping at pleasant experiences, but in letting go.
And that detachment, it sounds like it extends to a complete, non-clinging kind of an independence, like traveling light.
That's actually a great way to put it. The text emphasizes abandoning both the pleasant and the unpleasant, being unattached, dependent on nothing, freed from any inner fetters or chains.
Okay.
And this isn't just about, say, material stuff. It's about not finding your essence in any form of clinging or acquisition.
Right.
It means removing that craving passion for anything you might want to possess. Being truly independent, not led by outside influences or what others expect. It's a deep psychological freedom.
It really does sound like a complete internal overhaul. The text also talks about getting rid of core defilements like greed and doubt. That seems essential for this freedom.
Precisely. It clearly states the individual should abandon greed and even the craving for existence itself.
Wow.
They should be restrained from any impulse to harm or sort of bind others. And crucially, be free from doubt. No sorrow, no inner darts. That means free from that piercing pain of regret or anxiety.
Ah, okay.
Furthermore, there shouldn't be any latent tendencies, these underlying inclinations that could spark unwholesome states. All the roots of negativity, completely eradicated.
Completely gone.
Yeah. Such a person is described as without support, leaning on nothing external, and without expectation. It describes a mind just, utterly free from inner conflict.
And all of this internal work, this letting go, it leads to a state of complete liberation and stability then. Is that the idea?
It absolutely does. The text vividly describes someone who has destroyed all defilements, abandoned conceit, ego, really, and overcome every single path of passion. They're described as tamed, extinguished, truly at peace, like a fire that's just gone out, and stable in self.
Stable in self.
Right. And this culmination of inner mastery, and it even transcends our usual ideas of time and the sense basis.
What does that mean exactly?
It means having gone beyond past and future, transcended the very mental formations that create our sense of reality, possessing a pure wisdom, and being freed from all sense bases, our sensory inputs, sight, sound, etc.
So freed from how we normally experience the world.
In a sense, yes. It's a state of profound, unshakable peace, often associated with the ultimate freedom, nibbana.
Okay, so once that inner freedom begins to take root, how does it naturally shape how we interact with the world? Because it's not just about what you don't do, right? It's also how you do engage.
That's a critical question. How do these deep internal shifts actually manifest in, daily conduct? The text gives very clear guidance here.
Okay.
It outlines ethical conduct and impartiality. It states the bhikkhu turns away from things like slandering, anger, meanness. But what's really powerful is the emphasis on being free from both agreement and disagreement.
Free from both. That sounds tricky.
It does, but it isn't apathy. It indicates this profound state of impartiality and wisdom in how they interact. They're not swayed by their own personal likes and dislikes or by what others think.
So it's not just about avoiding harm, but actively cultivating harmlessness in every way.
Exactly. The text emphasizes being harmless in speech, in mind, and in action. It's a really comprehensive approach to nonviolence, rooted right down in intention. It's about ensuring your very presence doesn't cause disturbance or harm.
And it seems like humility is a big part of that too, especially with praise or blame.
Indeed. The text notes that they're not elated when praised, nor are they disturbed when criticized.
Doesn't get to them either way.
Right. And even when receiving alms food, just a simple offering for sustenance, they are not conceited. It points to this deep equanimity, a mind that stays steady, unaffected by external validation or criticism. They just aren't dependent on how others see them.
So a core principle is non-harming in the purest sense, just radiating outwards.
Yes. The text makes it explicit. Knowing what is proper for oneself, they should not harm anyone in the world. It's a foundational ethical stance that just rises naturally from that inner liberation we talked about.
And someone wandering rightly would also avoid factionalism, not taking sides. That seems crucial for that impartiality piece.
Absolutely crucial. The text explicitly says they are not siding with factions. This highlights a mind that transcends group loyalties, biases, tribalism. It fosters a genuine, independent, clear perspective. They see beyond the divisions that often bind the rest of us.
So if these are the qualities, what's the underlying wisdom driving all this right wandering? Because it's not just a list of do's and don'ts, is it? It points to something deeper.
Right. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the text clarifies that these behaviors, they stem from a deep comprehension of truth.
Okay.
They rightly know the Dhamma, and they aspire for the state of nibbana, that ultimate peace and freedom. So it isn't just about right behavior for its own sake. It's about having the right understanding of reality and a clear ultimate goal guiding every single action.
So it's a true understanding of the Dhamma then, not just intellectual, but really deeply integrated.
That's exactly right. The text affirms they know the Dhamma as it truly is, and it elaborates on the qualities of such a wise practitioner. They are faithful, learned, they clearly see the path.
Faithful, learned, sees the path.
Yes. They are a wise dhiro and actively subdue greed, hatred, and aversion or opposition. These are the active virtues that fuel the journey, enabling that skillful navigation of life's complexities.
And this leads to a state of mastery, an unagitated mind, that profound stillness you mentioned.
Indeed. The text describes them as pure victor, someone whose intentions are unveiled, totally transparent. They're a master of phenomena, having gone to the other shore of understanding, completely unagitated by anything.
Wow.
They are skilled in the knowledge of the cessation of mental fabrications, understanding how thoughts and perceptions arise and cease. This leads to that profound inner calm. It describes a state of complete liberation, where you're just not disturbed by the world anymore because you've truly understood its nature.
And how does the text wrap all this up, summarize this entire path and its ultimate result?
It provides a really powerful summary at the end. It states that by having understood the path, by having seen the Dhamma revealed, by abandoning the defilements, and by the complete destruction of all clinging or acquisitions, then they rightly wander in the world.
Ah, so it all comes together.
It ties everything together perfectly, showing how the inner work, the ethical conduct, the profound wisdom, how it all culminates in this truly liberated way of being. And then the final verse offers this powerful affirmation, confirming it back to the Buddha. Indeed, Blessed One, it is so. The bhikkhu who dwells thus, tamed and has gone beyond all fetters, rightly wanders in the world.
So we've taken quite a deep dive into the Sammāparibbājaniyasutta here, explored this ancient text that gives us this, well, remarkable blueprint for rightly wandering in the world. From mastering those internal defilements, greed, aversion, all of that, to engaging with others with impartiality, with wisdom. The principles outlined here are incredibly detailed.
And interconnected.
Yeah, they really are. And this text, I mean, even though it's ancient and talking about the conduct of a renunciant, a bhikkhu, it offers such timeless insights, doesn't it, into cultivating inner peace, ethical conduct, profound wisdom.
Absolutely. The why it matters, I think, is really about applying these concepts or thinking about them in our own lives.
Yeah.
Regardless of our specific path. It's about how we can maybe cultivate greater freedom and more skillful engagement with everything.
Right. So as you reflect on this deep dive, maybe here's a provocative thought for your own exploration. Which of these specific qualities, so meticulously detailed in this ancient text perhaps, the impartiality or freedom from expectation, or maybe letting go of attachment to praise or blame, which one do you find most challenging yet potentially most transformative to cultivate in your own journey through modern life? What might rightly wandering look like for you day to day in your decisions and interactions?